Wichita, on this hour forevermore. I'm gonna wipe the scar, make a sweat drip out of every pore. And I'm before the Lord. All the words are gonna be from me, and I will be no more. In the skates, Hey, yo, DJ, away, you ready? Just get into that. But that's the whole state. It was there to understand. Sean came forward, give it to us, we give it back. I see what that block him showing out as I tip the gas. As soon as we show up, they screaming hell. And she is Cody Tice, but now me by hell. You know, meaning of friends, but not the meaning of fails. Heavy, we hold the weight, we got to feel the scales. This is the base in the blue one. Fans get your team, put your shoe on. Michigan, what you know, I put the crew on. So when they asking me what it shoe on, it's not no. Came for the #1 spot, no stop. When they saw said and done, they know how. Whenever nothing that I got for money, let it burn. Make some look. For the glory, you look at that fight. Whether it's first thing in the morning, we sit at night. You know Christ is in that fight. It's not a thing that you want to win. We could get that fight. We can double the competition that we have. We got permission, not to mention that could be what we in as a spot expression. If they drop the team, it's not a mission. It's anybody that think they could stop the mission. To my brothers and mates, got the arenas and blue. DJ reading, they don't get something through. You want to ball, that's what we do. They know already know. Let's go, go. And from #1 spot, no time. It's all said and done, they know how. Let us go. Make some look. Yes.
The victor's value, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off of bye week, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Stanford's offense takes the field to start this game off. And here comes the quarterback. And one thing you know for sure with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
Wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You've got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was all me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. They'll come to the line at at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. They're setting up the screen. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Give to the running back. Really nice stop there for this senior leader.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They give it to him again. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. That QB is a threat. They're going to run offensive options, and he's going to run the football. They're going to dial in. He got that something.
Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is in pass deep. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Harris. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will have its first possession of the game. And how about this matchup we'll see today between two tremendous tight ends, David?
I mean, two guys that are so fun to watch that really make defense hard. Like, how do you want to play this guy? We're going to see which defense can step up and try to stop these elite tight ends.
Yeah, it's not often that you say the tight end is the key to the offense's success. Both of these teams feel that way, though. So which of these two dudes can make the most plays today?
First down here for the offense. RPO complete to open the drive. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Oh, gave the defender the business. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. Get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll leave it with him. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get rattled.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. Running with power. They knock him down inside the 30 and the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 22. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. And the Wolverines have pushed it inside the 20. The lone back's got it.
I just realized I was talking while it was muted. I said, you know what? Okay, give me a moment. I'm on smoke.
This ain't told. This deep pick the ball off like sick, like he got corona. That one playing work, you need to do something. You can't run up that middle, we threw the cups on. Defense got a turnover, we threw the blocks. Michigan got the D on lock. I'm about to put this D on lock like I'm D3 Turner. You can't throw it in that flat, Mike got the burner. Michigan be all amazed out. Look like a trying to tell live in that rookie. I saw it in the flip. Trouble got the boys fired up in a long term on the sideline. Watching the game, you are now worthy. Clubs, I can see them already. Lord have mercy. Clear for this down to your chest, visit all blurry. Just second the quarterback, tell me what's the hurt. He put a move on, he's so slick like a can of murder. He got a quick 3 up like they Steph Curry. Yeah. Defense is trying to turn over, we threw the buffs on him. Yeah. The Wolverines just caught a pick 6, we threw the buffs on him. Yeah. Hey, Mike Morris just cost me a fumble, we threw the buffs on him. Yeah. Yeah. 11-0 against 11-0. 2 versus 3. Yeah. Okay, it's a cross on the first level. We don't call it a mistake. The whole world choosing now. The people of A defense going in. I want y'all to give me a safety winner fell to the title game. The West is great. You should get on the way to Columbia. Go right. The Wolverine and sit there and I wake up late. See, I don't care about the damn scale.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They go to the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, amazing.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and he got into the house for the 6th to finish it. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think just...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open. That's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it, and that allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up a 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. Just steamrolling the defense. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverine.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The give to the back. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late, blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back can get some positive points.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and fires complete. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just
And the returner will be knocked down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job.
Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Hall. Fights off the defender. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at 34. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up. Obviously, being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. If you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way you start, man, it just lays out the rest of the season.
And they know they just got to be a lot more physical this year. That schedule did beat them up last year, but take a look at this year's schedule. A lot of those same teams, they're right there again. They're going to get another crack at them. They've got to be better in the trenches this season if they want to win a Big Ten championship.
The Wolverines will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Hand off to the fullback. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
First and goal, you know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can't. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. South Alabama handled its business today, and given what the week was like in Mobile, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And that right there shows another reason why I did what I did. I did all the conference realignments originally, because I was hoping I can, pretty much break it down to like 4 conferences. Oh shit. Busy talking, not fucking paying attention.
Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinal. And once he found daylight, it was Katie by the door.
Try and get down to, 2 or 4 conferences, like the Big Ten and the SEC, or the Big Ten, Big 12, SEC, and either ACC or Mountain West, or, something like that. Ended up getting to where I got 5 maxed out. The game only won't let you have more than 20 teams in a conference. And it won't let you have any less than like 3 or 4 teams in a conference, other than the independents. There's 3, the service schools. So
Now they line up for what they hope.
yeah, I did all the realignments because I was trying to get it down to as few conferences as I can, pretty much for like playoff purposes, like the NFL. I have it by region. I was unable to do that because of the limitations, so we have 5 conferences maxed out. If you did not see in my last video, 5 conferences maxed out with 20 teams, and then I think like 5 others, and then so you got the Power 5, the Group 5, and then the independents. Group 5 is just, oh shit, what did I do? What? What did I do? Play a game? Okay. But,
Looking for a productive play on
The only reason they're considered Group 5 is because there's fewer than 20. There's not many teams in those conferences. It's really the minimum that I can get in there, and because you know, the main conference was maxed out, so I put it in that conference. Or just left it there. So I try to make it as close to by region as I can. You know, if you're in Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, you're in the SEC, the Southeast. If you're Virginia, Massachusetts, Maryland, one of the Carolinas, you're ACC. You're on the Atlantic coast. Of course, we got the Big Ten as the Big Ten. God damn it! Why I ended up. I didn't want to fucking punt. I'm busy talking. Mountain West, you know, they're in the West, along the mountains. You know, a lot of that pretty self-explanatory. The Big Ten is what it is. It's pretty much the Midwest, and then kind of branched out, absorbing a couple other conferences. The Big 12 has typically been like Texas, Oklahoma, that area, so I got those in there. I guess that's pretty much it for the Power 5, yeah. That would be the quote-unquote Power 5. Maybe there's 6 of them? I want to say like 5. Mid-American, Tennessee, Kentucky, Kansas. That's Middle America. You pretty much see where I'm going with this, yeah.
Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Power football with the run. Open space at the 25. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man is stopped, and now we'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They'll try to pop the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
Did a great job on the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, doing the making the backfield for a couple of yards.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. off the defender. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Wolverines want to move quickly.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog it quick, for tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, scoot the body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. They'll give it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Davis will throw. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. It'll be a draw. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. They'll try to pick up the 1st. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Offense set on first down. He's looking to throw it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. Working the middle. It's complete.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Got his man quickly. They stopped him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throwing the easy hitch pass, he'll take that completion.
He'll keep it himself. The ball squirts free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Davis looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Well, the field goal didn't quite make it through, but still an 18-point game.
Michigan, 28, Stanford, 10.
The errant 48-yard field goal attempt forces them to turn the ball over. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 31. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, make it just enough to keep the drive alive.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forcing 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit.
Not fucking paying attention, just tap, 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 tap. Motherfucker, that was, oh my god, did I really just do that?
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field.
Dang, I wish I would play with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more sort of a better route.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The new set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On target over the middle. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. Back to the air one more time. Stands in and takes the hit. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute on it.
And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Davis will throw. Looking for the score. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Louisiana Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ruston for some time. They're up by 19 over the Coyotes. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quick release on the RPO.
This quarterback right now is in the groove. He's doing a nice job in the reset. He's reading the coverage. He's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. He's there to make the stop.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Touchdown, Wolverine! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his spot. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. And the football bounds across the sidelines. They'll lose a couple. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They're going to throw it again. They've got the screen set up. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play calling is dialing up. These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Davis looking to pass. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He rifles one deep to the left. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that play.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it, and the rush will get to him at the 25. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. These guys wanted to make a statement. statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. No, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So a well-executed 8th-play, 75-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From inside the 10. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the big house when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
We've obviously figured out enough because they only have 10 points, and we've got 49.
Stanford will boot it away to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle. Understand?
Great move. Now he's got room. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And now on first down after converting with the run. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counter punch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Man, those are frustrating. You know you're supposed to catch that, you're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen. But It's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
29 Philly, 2-9.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB who are able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
When you're a defensive guy, you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. The problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
When you're a defense, you need to stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you. So you might want to get a little more aggressive.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that run.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Pound 55 weak.
Davis will throw. Touchdown, Wolverine! And the beatdown has ensued. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. You got to figure something out. You got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody. Live with the results because everything else ain't working out.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum. But unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, they just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Illinois. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
To kick this one away.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think they stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive. It made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He finds his man, and he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
First down for the offense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And it's sucked out. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field. Touchdown, Michigan. And the defense doing work. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off. Makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Ohio State is just getting blown off the field right now in Columbus, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse.
Oh, they're losing to Washington State, number 3 versus number 5.
The landscape of college football will change dramatically with the outcome of this one, and we will keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one.
Third quarter.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This thing is sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions.
My purpose for bringing Washington State was mainly just to have a Washington rivalry. Let's see, who else did I bring? Notre Dame, that's obvious reasons. And Stanford, classical, that's a classic historical school. I mean, look at Michigan's history under Yost. If I remember correctly, under Yost, under Yost, there was Stanford, Yale, Harvard, and we were whooping that ass. So, I mean, need I say more?
You've already set your punt around 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his first speed left. And his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, I thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. explosive plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react to getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Right? The line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Man, that's what I love about this offense. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Might as well give it to him again.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Davis looking to pass. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? And we've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10.
Jackrabbit.
Hands it off. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Belly stunner. 29 Philly.
Off the play fake. Looking to the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
A 3rd and long here. They can pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. Makes the catch. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knocked him down at the 3. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. They stop and show the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Makes his connection. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback. And a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. And he loses the ball second time today. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4 pounds, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Here we go.
Davis will throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, that's great defense. Break on the football. Make sure they don't get the touchdown, but those are the opportunities you have to just pull that in, make the big play, stop the bleeding, have had a long drive, and really shift that momentum back to your offense.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Wolverine. And the punishment has been extended.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football. You know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away. Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right now.
And just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing every possession is going to be important from here on in.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
After the incompletion, it's second down. Brown wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
The offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Trying to move the sticks on third down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3.
Michigan, 70.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. facing a third down as they line up after the break. On the move. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Line gets set, first down. Leaves it with the running back. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll ride the hot hand. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll try the run. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do in the run offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game.
Touchdown, Michigan! And the stomping has commenced. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Now let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Louisiana Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Bulldogs offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 40 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. After that last completion, it's second down. Brown will throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not able to pop the big return. They've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David, the offense. Moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
To the ground. He's got it again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the score.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Offense, quick tempo. Looking to throw on 3rd. Catch in the middle. It's Prescore. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end.
Got some room entered the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverine. And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense.
Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Runs for the tackle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Give to the fullback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They've wanted to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, the offense just trying to be physical down here at the 1-yard line, trying to run the football into the end zone, but they just got beat up front, now setting up 4th.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So they took over inside the red zone and go 19 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get in.
They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves.
Looking deep down the right side. Snags it inside the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Stanford!
Number 84.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you get beat up and you get destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
17.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He breaks a tackle. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Off play action. Right down the middle. It's caught. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
They want to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling for the 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Working his way, keeping those legs moving, picks up 5 down to the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Going for 6. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Brown wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms.
Touchdown, Wolverine! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown run, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent. Forget this day ever happened.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not
running toward the tape. The tag! He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement to the future defenses down the road in the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Looking for space. It's Marshall. And after the short run, the clock hits 0, and we are all wrapped up here. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Oh, shit. I don't remember what I said. I said something earlier. Don't remember what it was now.
This is a great team. Just domination start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. Jesse Palmer, David Pollock, our broadcast team. I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College.
Oh, I remember now. I said FYI because I did not stream the off season, but in the off season I increased the difficulty from varsity to All-American. Up until this season, I've been playing on varsity. Now it's on All-American, and I'm still whooping ass. So after this game, we're going to have Hall, Baxter, and Barney, 2 defenders leading the Heisman run.
That's right, Mason. That's all I say. From the stream of the B.I.J. Lock him on the tree, I'm baby. No protecting it off like me. While I'm like trouble. Roaster, what you get the bad vibes together. Go hard, go home. Trying to get to the national ship in a road call. Break on cheap. Start the finish. The damn club is ready to jump in. It's ready right now. It's going to become king. We kill it. Everybody is ready. Go blue. Go blue. Checking up a notch, we're supposed to. In the innocence of where we gotta go. I ain't got a question, but the girls go. Hey, yo, DJ, are you ready?
Damn, that's fucked up. 3, 4, 5. 5 teams in the top 6 are in the Big Ten. 3 of them came from the Pac-12. One of them was independent, and the other one, who is number 1, is the only one that's an original Big Ten team. Ain't that fun? Fucked up shit. Although I like seeing Ohio State outside the top 10. Honestly, though, I'd rather see them higher ranked until we come up and whoop their ass.
Anybody that think they can stop the mission. The deep picked the ball off. Now he's sick like he got corona. Yeah, one play ain't work. You need a new persona. You can't run up that middle. We do the left zone. Defense got to turn on when we do the left zone. Michigan got the D on lock. I mean, I'm about to put this D on lock like I'm DJ Turner. You can't run in that flat. Mike got the burner. Michigan be all amazed out. Looks like I tried to top 5 in that ranking. Yeah, I saw it in the flip. Church on Trump. I got the boys fired up. Been a long run on the sideline. Watching the game. You are not worthy. Some ups like it's ready. Lord have mercy. He's here with his helmet on your chest. Missing all 30. Got a second. The quarterback. Tell me what's the hurt. Put him on the phone. Slick like a can of bird. You see, he got a quick trade out like they Steph Curry. Yeah. Yeah. Defense is not a turnover. We do the buffs on him. Yeah. No more raised this on the big 6. We do the buffs on him. Hey, Mike Morris just caught me fumble. We do the buffs on him. Yeah. Again, anytime. 11-0 against 11-0. 2 versus 3. Yes, yeah. Okay, it's him cross out the first letter. We don't call it on state. The whole world tuned in. I'll do it for the actual defense going in. I want y'all to give me a safe winner going to the title game. The list is ready. This shit, you know, the way Columbus, you go crazy. The Wolverines can't see it, and I'll make no play. See, I don't care about the damn looks they already ain't. Don't try to pull the helmets off like Royce Jean. I don't care if we make it down like we North League. So we goes to the ball with y'all think. Make some blue through these cold waves like an ice rink. Michael, you know, can't do his chin. He said, deep, it's all over speed. They gotta feel like you're the biggest threat in the world. I gotta eat. For some I have been waiting all week. Getting that horse you all you hear is talk trash. You don't say too much, we are not flashy. Airplane, all you hear is grunts and help splash. I wanna see like 5-6 times like a son ass. Starts to get the ball off your chair sector. Chris Jenkins came up the middle, he had the blast. The online from that rock, let's play action. The automatic checks get in the prayer basket. Going down there for that, let's make plays. Some next turnovers gonna make the game. If you